It's mock draft time, guys. Let's go. We got a Superflex mock draft. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It'll tell you when we're doing more mocks, baby. Let's mock. All right. Welcome to the show. This is the Frankly Fantasy Football Podcast. We are your hosts, Frankie and Johnny. Frankie, are you ready to mock draft today or what, baby?
Mock it up, Johnny boy.
Let's go. It's a Saturday. We're all mocking. Let's go, guys. We are doing a Superflex mock for you today. So one quarterback, two running backs, two receivers, a flex, a tight end, and a super flex, which can be quarterback, running back, receiver, or tight end. Generally, guys, you're going to want a quarterback in that super flex position, but let's see how things get going here. We are drafting right now. It is a 12-team league. Frankie is drafting at the 6. I am drafting at the 10, so we'll see what it looks like near that turn. All right, Frankie, let's get things rocking and rolling here, baby. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right, Frank, let's get things kicked off here. Getting the draft going. All right, beautiful. First off the board, just like we thought here, 2 QB Superflex scoring. We've got Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Jamar Chase coming in at pick 4, and Bijan Robinson right before you.
Ooh.
Frankie, you're on the clock at number 6 with your first pick. What are you doing, baby?
Guys, this is hard because typically I like to wait on quarterbacks, if I'm being honest with you. So, but for this particular instance, I want to actually show you guys what it's like to draft at a quarterback at round 6. So from a quarterback perspective, I'm looking at Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Patty Mahomes, Bo Nix, etc., just to give you guys additional insight. We could also do running backs with Jahmyr Gibbs, Saquon Barkley, Ashton Genty, or we could also do Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Malik Neighbors. Guys, I'm locking in Joey B. So we're going to go Joe Burrow here and ride into the sunset.
I love that pick. We did our Would You Rather with Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts, and I wanted Joe Burrow. I just think he's got the opportunity to be a QB1 this year, man. I really do. I see it's a potential for 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards out of him, man. I love that pick. All right after Joe Burrow was Jahmyr Gibbs, Justin Jefferson, Jalen Hurts taken right in front of me, and I am now on the clock. This is tough. So do you look at going quarterback? So now that big tier of those top guys in my mind is gone. This is a teardrop now. Next on the board, you've got Patrick Mahomes, Bo Nix, Baker Mayfield, Justin Herbert. Quarterbacks disappear very quickly, guys. That's very shocking. Yeah, so don't freak out. There's no reason to freak out here. I'm on the turn, so what I'm looking at doing, I'm near the turn. I'm at 10. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a quarterback because they are disappearing, because I know these other last two guys are going to freak out. Yeah. They've each got 2 picks in front of me. They're going to grab them. So I need to grab one of those. Hopefully I can come back and grab a stud running back or receiver on the back end here. But Frankie, I'm going to take Justin Herbert as my first quarterback here. I know Patrick Mahomes, Bo Nix, Baker Mayfield are all in front of them. I think Justin Herbert has that opportunity to really crack into the top 5, even potentially top 3. He's got 0 rushing floor, but I see him as a Joe Burrow light. I don't see him doing what Joe Burrow is going to do or what Joe Burrow has done, but I think he can be right up there. They added to the offense. They added running back in round 1, receiver in round 2. They're giving help to Justin Herbert here. So I like it, man. I'm going with Justin Herbert. Okay, rounding out the turn, we've got Saquon Barkley, Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, and CeeDee Lamb. Leaving it open, nobody took a quarterback there on the turn. All right, it was just too good a talent there for people to take. All right, so now I'm going to look at running backs. I've got CMC, Derrick Henry, very interesting. Malik Neighbors, Amon-Ra, Puka Nacua. So there's excellent talent out here, guys. Yeah. I'm going to punt on quarterback just because there is too good a talent here. And I'm looking at a difference between Malik Neighbors, Amon-Ra, CMC, Derrick Henry. You know what, Frankie? I'm going to go crazy here. I'm sorry.
I love it.
I'm taking CMC. When you can get CMC in the second round, the potential there with what they've got going on in San Francisco, no more Debo, Brandon Ayuk's hurt. We don't know when he's going to be coming back. You've got Jawan Johnson and Ricky Pearsall right
Juwan
now.
Jennings.
Or Jawan Jennings, I'm sorry, and Ricky Pearsall and George Kittle. It's going to be George Kittle. It's going to be CMC,
Totally.
man. I think the amount of volume CMC is going to get this year is redonkulous. Yes, so I'm going CMC here, baby. All right. Then we have Puka Nacua, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Malik Neighbors. All great picks from where they're going. Frankie, you're up next. You're going to pair up with Joe Burrow.
Guys, this is fun. I'm going to try it. So I'm actually going to go back to the well at quarterback. There's just a guy there that I see that, I mean, I got to take Patrick Mahomes, right? When we look at quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes, Bo Nix, Baker Mayfield, right? Then you could go running back. You could go Derrick Henry, Davante Adams, Bucky Irving, Jonathan Taylor. Receiver, it kind of dropped into that next tier outside of Nico Collins, but there's Nico Collins, Brian Thomas Jr., Drake London. Guys, when we're looking at a super flex, I want to shore that up. I'm going to go Patrick Mahomes. I think he has a bounce back year this year, right? With Rashee Rice coming back, I know he's going to get suspended for a few games, but once he's back and healthy, we're going to see that. Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Travis Kelce, right? We're going to lock him in and pair him with Joey B.
I'm glad you feel good about Mahomes. I really just don't, man. I think it's rough. Patrick Mahomes, the defense is too good. They don't have to throw the ball to win games. I think they won, was it 9 one-score games last year? It was something absurd like that. So I don't know. He scares me, man, but good luck. I believe in you. All right, then Brian Thomas, Derrick Henry, Trey McBride, Drake London, Nico Collins, and Bucky Irving rounding out the turn. Going into round 3 here, Ladd McConkey, Jonathan Taylor, Bo Nix, A.J. Brown. Frankie, you're on the clock. You've got your 2 quarterbacks locked down. You very rarely ever do that.
Ever.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious of what you're going to be doing here to fill out the rest of your team. You've got Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes. Where are you going?
Guys, round 3, I'm looking at running back, receiver right now. So running back, I could do Davante Adams, Josh Jacobs, Kyron Williams. Receiver, I'm looking at Marvin Harrison, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. Could go Garrett Wilson, could go T. Higgins, Rashee Rice. Guys, for me, this is easy. I want to lock in Davante Adams. John, we talked about him on some of our Would You Rather episode, and I'm not going to give anything away, but we talked about him and one other guy. Check it out. Really good breakdown. But for me, man, Davante Adams, again, with him, what he did last year, walking into this year, no more Jonnu Smith, right? A healthy Tua, healthy Tyreek to take the top off. Maybe his receptions come down a smidge. I actually think that they're going to stay pretty stagnant. So for me, man, I love getting Davante Adams to pair with these 2 quarterbacks.
All right. I love that, man. I talked about it in our Would You Rathers. I think Davante Adams could be a league winner.
Yeah.
I think he just could have one of those insane years from the catching, pass catching as well. All right, then Baker Mayfield, Amarian Hampton, and Josh Jacobs. I am on the clock. I got Justin Herbert, Christian McCaffrey. Just taking a peek at what we have here because receivers making me a little nervous. They start dropping real quick here. I'm going to look at receiver. There's a guy on here that I really like. I get him as my wide receiver 1. I feel good about it. It's Garrett Wilson. We talked about him as well in our Would You Rather episode. And, it was Garrett Wilson. I just think he's got the time finally to shine by himself. Without Davante there is a little question marks with Justin Fields. I get that. But we've seen Justin Fields give DJ Moore some massive weeks that, multiple touchdown weeks. I think Garrett Wilson will do what he did last year at the very minimum. And I think his ceiling is extremely, extremely high. All right. After Garrett Wilson, we had Marvin Harrison Jr., Jackson Smith and Jigba, Kyron Williams, and Breece Hall. I am back on the clock here. Looking at quarterbacks, we got Caleb Williams, Kyler Murray, Drake May. I think I'd like to lock in that second quarterback before they all disappear. I got a long time before I pick again, guys. You got to take that into consideration at number 10. Running backs, Chase Brown, James Cook, Alvin Kamara, some really good options there still. T. Higgins, Rashee Rice, Terry McLaurin still at receiver. Love that. I am going to lock in that quarterback because I just think there's a huge teardrop as far as upside for quarterbacks go. I want a quarterback now that's got upside. The guy I'm going to go with is Kyler Murray. I think with his rushing floor, he gives you a good opportunity to have some upside. I do think that they're going to turn that around and figure that off in the passing game out with Marvin Harrison Jr. It was a rookie year. He's too talented of a guy. Kyler Murray's too talented of a guy for them not to figure that out. We saw great chemistry with Trey McBride. We saw James Conner with almost 50 receptions last year. So I think Kyler Murray can take a step forward this year and really, really just give you some great big weeks. So I'm taking a chance on Kyler Murray. All right, after Kyler, we had Chase Brown, Caleb Williams, and T. Higgins. Frankie, where are you going?
Guys, this one's easy for me. When I look at, so I don't need quarterback, right? We're talking round 4 here. I do already have Joe Burrow. I have Pity Pat Mahomes, and I locked down Davante Adams. So when I'm looking at running back, I could do James Cook, Kamara, Kenneth Walker. For me, there's still a couple guys down the line that I'm okay waiting on. And then receiver, man, I want to start getting some of these top tier guys. And there are 2 on the board that I'm salivating at. And dare I say 1, I'm willing to take the risk. I'm locking in Tyreek Hill. And he's looking at round 4, guys. I'm pairing him with Davante Adams, and I get it, right? And the reason that this is also kind of a cool strategy is because if one gets hurt, it boosts the other. And so for me, then I'm locking down that pretty much that Dolphins offense and pairing that with 2, one boom type of quarterback in Joe Burrow, and one quarterback that has the ability to still be a top 6, but realistically, pretty safe to say he's going to be a top 10 this year.
All right, after you took Tyreek, getting Tyreek in the 4th is nice.
Yeah.
That only happens in a Superflex league, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Then George Kittle, Sam Laporta, Rashee Rice, James Cook, Kenneth Walker, and Terry McLaurin in the turn. Alvin Kamara coming into the 5th round. Tet McMillan, Mike Evans, and Drake May. Frankie, you're back on the clock at the 5:06.
Ooh, guys, this is just sexy. Oh, they're so sexy. When I'm looking at my team, Tyreek Hill, Davante Adams, the 2 quarterbacks, I could certainly go to the well at running back. I'm anchoring off of Davante Adams here. And so I'm going to look to actually receiver or tight end. Tight end, we have Hawkinson, Kelsey. It could be fun to do Kelsey. I'm not going to lie, but I'm not willing to go there. I want to go back to receiver, and there's one guy. There's DJ Moore, Davante Adams, Devonta Smith, Xavier Worthy, DK Metcalf. Guys, it's Davante Adams. To pair Davante Adams with Tyreek Hill, right, on this particular team, anchoring on Davante Adams with those quarterbacks, I think this is a chef's kiss. It gives me 2 superstar pieces to anchor at receiver, so I'm really happy with where this is going.
All right, let's go. I love it, man. You're putting your money where your mouth is,
Yeah.
and I love that. I'm going to do the same thing. My next pick here is going to be a guy that is in my boy band. I think he has luscious, beautiful abs that I love to lick. But it's not because of that I'm drafting this guy. I'm taking him because I want to go. I'm kind of going to do a little bit of a hero RB strategy. It's not exactly that. I'm going to draft CMC, and then I think I'm going to build a really nice team around him and then pick up some guys later to build some depth at running back. Because I just see some receivers here that I think can make a big difference where the running backs, the tiers have dropped big time. But I'm going to take DK Metcalf here because I think his volume's going to be fantastic. Paired up with Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh, he's the only threat in the air for that team, really. And I just think he's going to get so many good looks. All right, coming back around the turn here. We have a couple of quarterbacks go and a couple of rookies go in the turn. Coming back here now. Looking at wide receiver, some of the options I've got is DJ Moore, Devonta Smith. I could look at considering Zay Flowers here. Running backs, get into some rookies, Quinshon Judkins, which after the arrest, not really sure what to do with him at the moment. Kind of got to leave him off the board until we get more information. We've got James Conner. We talked about that. Really what I see here, based on Garrett Wilson, DK Metcalf, I'd like to get, I think I'm going to pull DJ Moore onto this team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pull DJ
so
Moore
nice.
onto this team. Yeah, they've got a few less options out there without Keenan Allen on the field. I think DJ Moore he's definitely the alpha on this offense. I know there's a ton of mouths to feed. DJ Moore might be a little boom busty this year for sure, but I think this Chicago offense is going to take a leap forward. Their offensive line is very good.
Yes.
And DJ Moore's clearly the X-receiver, clearly the alpha. And I think you're going to see Caleb Williams take a step forward as well, just with the changes they've had. See what Ben Johnson can do with this team and with this offense. And I think that has to run through DJ Moore. I want to see DJ Moore with an Amon-Ra type season this year. So I'm taking DJ. Okay. Frankie, now we're round 6. You've got 2 receivers. You've got a running back. You've got your quarterback handled here. What's going through your head?
Yeah, guys. And John, I just want to confirm, I love that DJ Moore pick too, because I mean, having another receiver one on a team as your flex starter, guys, that's phenomenal. If you can get that, that's where you want to be. But from my perspective, man, yeah, locked into 2 quarterbacks. I got Devon Achane as my anchor. I got Tyreek Hill, Davante Adams. My receiver room is old as dirt, but they still got some shit rocking. So, guys, I'm looking at running back and receiver here. And I could do Zay Flowers, I could do Roma Dunze, Jamison Williams, Cortland Sutton, but man, there's a running back on the board. John, we talked about him on our episode of Would You Rather, and it's a guy that you can really set forget. He's underrated, but he's stable. And for me, that's James Conner. And when I pair James Conner with that of a Devon Achane, I have a boom guy with Achane and I have a nice, sexy floor guy in that of James Conner. So when I'm waiting to round 6 to get somebody of that nature, that is who I'm feeling comfortable in taking.
James Conner as your 2 is so beautiful. It is really nice. It's not something you're going to have to worry about. If you do have issues with Achane, you can make moves there. But Conner should be a staple on your roster as your RB2. I love that. All right, where are you going next, buddy? Round 7.
Round 7, guys. So really, this is where shit gets exciting because I could do another quarterback. And I've done it before because the reason being is because you can use it as trade bait. Injuries occur. Somebody's overperforming. And there's one guy on the board that I'm really circling, and it's Justin Fields. There's Justin Fields, J.J. McCarthy, Trevor Lawrence. But there's still something different. And based on the construction of my team, I'm going to go completely left field here. And so I could go running back with Isaiah Pacheco, DeAndre Swift to aid with the depth. I could go receiver to help with that flex spot that I desperately need still. But I'm going to go tight end. And I'm going to go Travis Kelce. And because the biggest part, guys, is because that also boosts then Patrick Mahomes, that 2nd round pick that I had. So now I have a stack, which then really helps from really raising the bar for Patty Mahomes. I think with Travis Kelce, knowing that Rashee Rice is going to be suspended, there could be something better there for him. But really what this does, getting Travis Kelce, John, and what was the 7th round pick, knowing that I have that stack, I love it.
Hey, Travis Kelce still, listen, he is declining 100%. That's why you got him in the 7th round. But listen, Rashee Rice is not going to be starting the first couple games of the year. So those targets are going to be there for Travis Kelce. Absolutely. And if you don't want to sit on him after that team's, if that team gets completely healthy, you could trade him away after the first couple of weeks where he's gotten, 8, 9, 10 targets in a game. So I do like that, man. I think he is appropriately being drafted where he should be, finally, which is great. Frank, I'm going to jump on the bandwagon here, buddy. I'm going to go tight end as well. I told you I'm going to stick with CMC, and I'm going to punt running back and try to load up towards the end. Well, I need a tight end here, so I'm going to take a guy that I think is going to be a monster volume play as well. Extremely talented. This could be the tight end 1. We've had the last 2 seasons in a row. A rookie was the tight end 1 in fantasy football. We saw it with Sam Laporta 2 years ago. We saw it with Brock Bowers last year. Guys, this year I'm calling the shot. This could be your tight end 1. It's Tyler Warren from Indianapolis.
Love it.
I'm putting him on my team to see what I've got there, Frankie. You can get an advantage in a onesie position like a tight end in a Superflex league. It really, really helps you out. All right, so let's get to round 8, and I've only got 1 running. That's a terrifying, terrifying thought. So at this point, I need to look at a couple of guys. I am going to look at running back now. I'm going to look at a few guys that are going to be a little more safe. I want some of that safety. I want some, little guarantee for me because the only guy I've got is CMC. And we all know that's not safe or a guarantee.
Sure.
Yeah. So the guy I'm looking at here, really, man, there's 2 guys I'm trying to decide between. It's Aaron Jones and it's Tony Pollard. Both very difficult. They are the ones. They will share a little time. Tony Pollard's had Tajay Spears with him for a long time. I'm actually going to go with Aaron Jones here. I think he does give a good balance through the air and ground attack. Give me a little nice base for my team. So I'm going to go with Aaron Jones. All right, Frankie, this is round 8. And what do you think about your team so far? Where are you going? What's your head?
Yeah, guys. So again, I locked up the 2 quarterbacks. I went Davante Adams, Tyreek Hill, Davante Adams. I got my second running back with James Conner, got Travis Kelce, which helps boost Patrick Mahomes a bit. So for me, it's kind of open. I really could add to the depth of running back. I could be looking at Tony Pollard. Could do Brian Robinson, Tyrone Tracy, Travis Etienne. Could go receiver, Calvin Ridley, Matthew Golden, Ricky Pearsall. Could also go running back. There's J.J. McCarthy, Trevor Lawrence, etc. For me, I'm going receiver. There's a receiver that stands above the rest. I need another flex position. Guys, it's Calvin Ridley. For me, getting the number 1 receiver on that Titans team with a rookie quarterback, think of like what Courtland Sutton did with Bo Nix. Think of what some of these other guys have done for these rookie quarterbacks. Like, right, we're talking C.J. Stroud with what he was able to do with Nico Collins, etc., and Tank Dell. That is who Calvin Ridley could be for this particular quarterback. So for me, man, locking in Calvin Ridley as my flex spot, I'm very, very happy with.
That's a great pick, man. I agree with all of that. I think Calvin Ridley's really being slept on, and I think he's a great value for where he is. I really do.
All right, man. And then after that, so we're looking at round 9. There was a ton of running backs that went off the board. So Tony Pollard's now off the board. Brian Robinson, Tyrone Tracy, couple other quarterbacks snaking back around it. David Njoku, then Evan Ingram, then myself. So I'm looking at Michael Penix Jr. from a quarterback perspective, Cam Ward. Guys, with the quarterbacks that I have, I need to keep building depth. I need more running backs here. I have 3 solid receivers. I have a good tight end, but I only have 2 running backs. So I need to shore that position up. So from a running back perspective, guys, it's getting thin. So when we're talking round 9 in a super flex, it is very thin. It's Jaylen Warren, Cam Scatterbo, Najee Harris, Charbonnet, Javonte Williams. So for me, this is tough. This is really tough, but I am going to move forward. I'm going to lock in this guy. For me personally, I'm going to go with Jaylen Warren. I just think that he gives me enough as a backup piece in case something, God forbid, happens to Caleb Johnson. Right, then Jaylen Warren's a rock star approach, but also Jaylen Warren's going to help Aaron Rodgers out of the backfield from some dink and dumps. So for me, man, locking in Jaylen Warren as my running back 3 in a super flex league, I'm not mad about it.
That's exactly who I was going to take. You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, his role's established. I think he's very safe. He can give you, points on the PPR as well. So I really like it, man. All right, I'm looking at just kind of best available here, running back, receiver. Like Frank said, the running backs got real thin here. Real thin. A lot of receivers that I still like, even a round or 2 later. A lot of receivers have gone down here, so I like where they are. Yeah, I'm looking at running back. Like I said, I took a chance with CMC. I'm going to have to back that up with some good options here. I do need another kind of a safe guy. I'm going to take that to start with. Actually, I'm going to zig when you thought I was going to zig.
Ooh.
You thought I was going to take a safe guy, but you know what? I'm taking a chance. I'm going for a rookie here. I am going to go with Cam Scatterbo.
Okay.
Cam Scatterbo out of the New York Giants. I think he's in a great spot. I think he's a super interesting running back that catches a ton of passes when called upon, and I think he could bring some sneaky value. I don't think Tyrone Tracy has that backfield on lock. And I think Cam Scatterbo is going to get some looks, man. So let's give him a shot. Yeah. Actually, the guy I was going to take that I thought was a little safer, I think I may end up taking him now. It's going to be Najee. Yeah, the guy I'm going to go here is Najee Harris. He's going to be the starter. He's going to get things going. I don't know how long he's going to be the starter, but he's still a good back. He still can provide value with catching passes out of the backfield. And we'll see if Omarion Hampton just shuts him out completely. But early on, he may be okay for me. Frankie, where are you going now, buddy?
Ooh, guys. So looking at my team, I got the 2 quarterbacks, Davante Adams, James Conner, Jaylen Warren for my running backs. And then I have Tyreek Hill, Davante Adams, Calvin Ridley, and I have Travis Kelce. So I'm feeling pretty damn good about this team, man. And so when I'm looking at the board, we could certainly go running back again. So we could go Zach Charbonnet. There's a few others. We could go quarterback if we want to build some depth there just in case. But, man, I'm going back to a receiver. And there is one guy I'm salivating over who might as well be another old dude who's coming back on a brand new team. Check out new faces in new places, fellas. It's Cooper Kupp. I am so
Yeah.
excited to add Cooper Kupp to this particular team that I have with Tyreek Hill, Davante Adams, Calvin Ridley, and now him. So I think that this really creates a well-rounded receiver room.
Cooper Kupp's going too late, guys. It's
Way too late.
January. It's January,
It's
Jesus.
January.
It's July. I get that, but it's going to change.
Yeah.
He's going way too low, man. But great pick. Absolutely. You have to at that point. All right, where are you going now?
Guys, next. All right, so with the team I have, I'm going to actually add back to the running back room, and I'm so happy this guy's still here. And it's only because, and I'm so excited because you're getting him so late. And when you look at round 11, and I already have Devon Achane, James Conner, Jalen Warren, guys, the running backs that I'm looking at are Javonte Williams, Ramondre Stevenson is falling really low, which is kind of interesting. Tajay Spears, you could take a flyer on Rashad White. There's J.K. Dobbins. Guys, for me, I'm actually going to take J.K. Dobbins. I'm going down the draft board quite a bit. I was leaning Javonte, but I'm going to go J.K. And the reason being is because after what we saw from J.K. last year, I think that what he's going to be able to bring to this Denver Broncos team is exactly what they need. I know R.J. Harvey's the guy. I get that. But also, this could be a true 1-2 punch. We've seen J.K. thrive in this kind of setting. We've seen it with Gus Edwards, right? We've seen what Sean Payton's been able to do with two particular running backs. Go back to the Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara days. I really am excited about J.K. Dobbins for this particular team, and you're getting him at RB4.
All right. I love it. He's still got juice, man.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely does. All right. Where I am going to go here, Frankie, is actually going to be a stack. I found a place where I can get a stack, and it's a stack with a rookie receiver that I've been wanting to get.
Nice.
I've got Justin Herbert, so I'm going to go with Trey Harris. He is the rookie that Los Angeles took in the third round. He's got the opportunity to really shine here, guys. They brought back his only competition really is Quentin Johnston. They brought back Mike Williams. Mike Williams just retired this weekend, so he's got a great opportunity to get on the field here, man. A really high draft capital, really in a good position with a great quarterback. I've got that stack. So we're going to go with Trey Harris and see if I can make some hay. All right. Rounding things out here. We got 2 picks left, Frank. I still need a backup quarterback for sure. And I'm going to need some running back depth. I'm still a little scared with the CMC at the top there, man. And with the depth, actually what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take who I believe is the handcuff for CMC. Because we know there's value there. I don't always do that, guys, but with CMC, I'm taking a handcuff. I believe at this moment on July 17th, whatever the hell the date is today, Isaac Guerendo, I believe, is the backup at the moment. So I'm going to take Isaac Guerendo to back up CMC. Cover my ass.
There you go, baby.
All right, Frank, where you going here, buddy? 2 picks left.
All right, guys. So for me, looking at my team, right, I have the 2 quarterbacks. I have a stable of running backs that I feel really good about. I have 4 core receivers. I have a really good tight end, which, Travis Kelce with Patrick Mahomes. I mean, that's pretty damn solid. So the board's open. But for me, man, oh man, there is a quarterback there that also could be a little stack. So I'm actually going to take Matt Stafford, guys, here. And as a just in case, if something happens, Matt Stafford, knowing that I have Davante Adams, guys, that boosts each other. So now I could actually make decisions. If for whatever reason Patrick Mahomes doesn't pan out, guys, I could end up benching him, trading him, packaging him with Travis Kelce, and then I stream tight ends. There's a bunch of different ways that I can now slice and dice this team. And these are things you guys should be thinking about. Don't just be set on 2 quarterbacks and let it ride. Be okay with switching up your team a bit midway through the season. If things are trending towards a very positive way for Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, and all of a sudden you see Rashee Rice come back, John, you mentioned it, package both those sons of bitches together and get you a superstar to pair with your team. So when looking at then my last pick, guys, I'm actually going to go back to the well at running back as just in case. And to be quite honest with you, this is a homer pick. I want a piece. I want a piece of who used to be on the Browns, who is no longer on the Browns. If something happens to Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb, Batman, you call him up, he's ready to roll. I'm taking Nick Chubb. And it is strictly, there's bias there. I love the dude. but also knowing he's your last pick and knowing if God forbid something does happen to Mixon, or dare I say, if we find that Nick Chubb is very healthy, guys, it's still Nick Chubb. And so now I can put him in the flex, I can trade him or use him as a backup. I'm very happy with that.
Hey, he may be the starter in week 1, Frank.
Right.
If Mixon isn't able to play in week 1, so that's very possible. All right, guys, my last pick here. I'm going to go with a third quarterback. I highly recommend you need a third quarterback, at least in a 2-quarterback league, because there are always issues, there are injuries and things like that, and your bye weeks as well. So I highly recommend it unless you're in a super shallow league. But with 5 bench spots, I'll put one on there. This quarterback, I'm going to take a shot on a quarterback. That's not a guy I need right away. It's a guy that I can wait till midseason potentially to have to use come bye weeks and everything for my quarterbacks. I'm going to go with Jackson Dart. I look at these other quarterbacks that are out here, and I just don't see a ton of upside. It's Geno Smith and Sam Darnold and Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. I mean, at this point in their careers, I think all of their stat lines are going to be very similar. I think we know what to expect. I don't think we see a ton of upside for either of those guys. I want the guy who's the rookie quarterback is going to be attached to Malik Neighbors. That's what I'm looking for. So if he does get on the field, he could have some serious pop for you.
Serious.
Why not take a chance there? If not, I can make a play for one of those guys off the waiver wire as well. So love it. All right, Frank, that is the draft. Let's look at our teams here a little bit. I want to hear you talk about your team.
Yeah.
Let's look at your team here, Frank. Talk to me a little bit about that.
All right, guys. So my 3 quarterbacks, should I say, my starters will be Joe Burrow. So I took him first overall, right? So for first round, should I say, 6th pick overall. So I got Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Matt Stafford. Really nice. And then from a running back perspective, Davante Adams, James Conner, Jalen Warren, J.K. Dobbins, and Nick Chubb. That is a damn stable. I am very, very happy with those particular running backs. Now the receivers, makes me a little bit nervous. I'll be honest with you. They are super high flying, but also I'm an injury away from being in turmoil. And what I mean by that is, guys, I have Tyreek Hill. We saw the last few years, he's been excellent. Last year had coming off wrist surgery, right? And had a down year. We have Davante Adams. He's switching to a new team. We think he's going to be good, but you pair him with Puka Nacua, and do we see Puka actually be the alpha? And he's true number 1, and Davante falls into number 2. We don't know until we see it. I think it's going to be more 1A, 1B, but that's because I'm looking at it as I drafted him. And then you got Calvin Ridley, right? Calvin Ridley, I really do like that piece. That's the piece I'm actually the most satisfied with because I got him in round 8. There's no risk there for where I drafted him. And Cooper Kupp. Guys, Cooper Kupp in round 10, he could get hurt. It's not going to really affect my team because of where I drafted him. Now, he is there. If he blows up, I love it. But, guys, as a whole, my receiver room is old, that is injury prone, and it makes me a little bit nervous. But it's also super high reward for Tyreek Hill, super high risk. So it's really exciting. But then you look at Travis Kelce as my tight end, and I'm extremely happy with that for the solemn fact that I have Patrick Mahomes. Now, would I draft the way I did here? Again, the answer is I'm kind of happy with it. However, I might wait on quarterback. If I were to do this again, I might not go Patrick Mahomes at 2. Actually, I wanted a piece of Derrick Henry. So, and if I were to redo this again and look at this, guys, Derrick Henry went 2 picks after I picked Patrick Mahomes. And then I could have went something on the turn. I could have went Kyler Murray. I could have went Caleb Williams. I could have went Drake May, C.J. Stroud, Jared Goff, Jordan Love, much deeper down the draft. And then I replaced those particular picks to where I took Devon Chan and things like that with A.J. Brown or something along those lines. Or maybe A.J. Brown was just before me, so maybe I actually take Garrett Wilson, Johnny, your pick, which then makes me feel much better about my receiver room in terms of injury risk. So I might change a few things. Like I probably wouldn't do Patrick Mahomes in a real draft after now seeing how this kind of panned out. But guys, I love Joe Burrow where I got him. I absolutely love my running back room, but my receivers make me a little bit uneasy.
You're such a value drafter.
Big
it's
time.
ridiculous. It's so, which is why I was kind of shocked you took Patrick Mahomes because really of your entire roster, he's the only guy that's not a value.
Totally. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you look at Tyreek, you're getting him in the 4th, Davante in the 5th, Calvin Ridley is a value pick. Cooper Kupp
In
is
the
the ultimate value
10th.
pick. Yeah,
In the
exactly.
10th.
Travis Kelce, a
In
huge
the
value
7th.
pick. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, you got a ton of value up here, but yeah, I mean, you're right. I agree with you. I mean, injury's not really, you talk about guys that are injury prone. That's not, injury prone isn't really a thing, okay? We're not, knees and ankles and stuff like that, those just happen. Now, soft tissue issues, sure, that could be a prone
CMC,
thing.
things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can be a prone thing. But, knee injuries is not being injury prone, guys. Anybody that takes a shot to the knee from some of these guys, it's game over anyway. Yeah. All right. I like it, Frank. I think it's a really good team. I like your call out about Patrick Mahomes and maybe going with King Henry there instead.
Yeah.
I think I would like the team a lot better. Yeah, I like what you did there, man. You showed you can take 2 quarterbacks right off the rip in the first 2 rounds and still put together a really nice team. Yeah. All right, let's take a look a little bit at
See
my
what you
team
did,
here.
Johnny boy.
Let's see what I did here. Yeah, I kind of blacked out during that draft. Justin Herbert, Kyler Murray, and took a shot on Jackson Dart are my quarterbacks. Do like the quarterbacks. I think Justin Herbert's just got potential MVP written all over him, and I'd love to see Kyler Murray take a step forward and give me some good rushing and figure that connection out with Marvin Harrison Jr. Took a little strange strategy that I don't normally do. I took CMC and then kind of punted on running back until, what was that, round 8.
Yeah.
So my running back, CMC, and I waited 6 more rounds, got Aaron Jones, Cam Scattaboo, Najee Harris, Isaac Garendo then as the handcuff to McCaffrey. I don't mind doing the handcuff thing if it's with Christian McCaffrey. There's not a lot of guys out there that I would do that with. He's one
He's
that I'm
definitely
going to do
one.
it. Yeah, especially in the state of San Francisco this year, where they're going to rely so much on their running game with their passing game just kind of in flux right now. Receivers, though, I love my receivers. Garrett Wilson, DK Metcalf, DJ Moore, and Trey Harris. I think there's just a ton of upside there. Really nice floor and baseline for all these guys. They're all the ones on their team, and it's not really that close if you look at it the way I drafted this. So I do like that. And then to Tyler Warren as my tight end. I love taking a chance on him. I kind of target him in the middle of almost every draft I'm in if I can get him. But yeah, I like this team a lot, man. I'm nervous with the running backs for sure. There's so much riding on CMC there. If he gets hurt, it's going to be extremely annoying for me. But that's the risk you take with CMC either way. He could also be the number 1 running back in 2025.
John,
so
I think even getting him in the 2nd round is a value, man. I
do
think that
too.
people need to
do too.
understand, guys, everything coming out of San Francisco right now is CMC's the show. He's healthy. He is healthy. He is ready. And then you talk about guys, Juwan Jennings, John, is in contract talks. There's rumors of holdout. Ricky Pearsall and Brandon Ayuk starting on the PUP list. And then really, I mean, who else do they have outside of George Kittle? I could see CMC, John, being a top 3 back again. Like, I don't see how else it wouldn't happen other than an injury. But to your point, man, I think that he's had so much time now to recover and things like that, that when he showed up for camp and the way he was working, dude, apparently players were blown away. So, man, I'll be real. And those listening, I am 100% targeting CMC even at the end of the 1st round.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sitting at, what is this? 3 picks after the 1st round. I'm taking CMC. I'm not going to let him sit there. That's just not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think he's being slept on. He'll creep up. I think people are scared as the drafts start happening and they see CMC. The ADP is going to rise on him. I guarantee it. Yeah. He'll be at the end or the middle of the 1st round. No question. All right, Frank, how do you feel about your first mock draft, baby?
Feels good, man. Let's go. We're mid-season form with these mocks, baby.
That's right. I love that team. I want that team right now. Let's make some money on that team. All right, thank you so much for joining us, guys. That is the mock draft for the day. Please send us some comments down below, guys. Let us know how we did. What picks did we screw up? What picks do you like? Give us some shit. Give us some praise. We love it, man. Just talk to us. Let us know what's going on here. Also, let us know what kind of mock drafts you'd like to see us do in the future. Yes. Frankie, what do we have coming up, man?
Guys, we're going to be diving into a few other episodes like steals of the draft, handcuffs, draft strategies, and much, much more. And like Johnny said, give us your insight and what you're looking to see on your mock drafts, because we're going to be able to hit them hard, and exactly where you need to pick, we'll pick from those spots. And if you want us to actually start off, maybe it's just a 12-team or a 10-team league, and you're just like, hey, I actually a first overall pick, Frankie. I'm shitting down my leg. I don't know who to take in rounds 3 and 4. Can you mock this for me? Absolutely. And we'll tell you why we picked the players we did. So we're coming at you with more to come.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on the episode, guys. It'll tell you when more mock drafts are coming out. And don't forget to take a look at our other episodes. We've got rookie reviews. We broke down every rookie that we think is going to be fantasy relevant. We looked at new faces and new places, all of the new players that are in new teams this year and what the impact's going to be and what we expect out of them. Take a look at those episodes. Let's do it, guys. May the fantasy gods smile upon you. Bye.